I don't think I have any powers left.
I have spell. I still have
We
spell
are
slot.
live. Last week we ended off with this combat starting.
Did we roll initiative?
Nope, we have not. That'll be the first thing we'll do.
All right. Let's see how quickly we are going to die.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm having an
Do
issue.
remember for this combat that all y'all have fire resistance or even fire immunity.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. But still, we're all. Some of us are somewhat hurt. Most of us don't have any spell slots left, or have like one for each level, except 5 because I used that to save a horse. Yes, dear listeners, I used a 5th level spell slot to save a horse because he was a badass.
I will tell you, the horse is very grateful.
Yeah.
I will tell you as I die, I'll just be like, I'm glad the horse was grateful.
Hey, just at the last combat, I'll have like all the NPCs that help you come to a 4th, and then the horse is going to have the killing blow in the final boss, and you're like, yes! Investment well
Dude,
made.
if you do that, yes, I will love you forever.
I wonder if you made the dragon. I wonder if you made the dragonlord oath with a horse, whether you'd be a horse lord.
Right? If you make that same horse with that oath with a centaur, you're a centaur lord. So.
My lord.
Yeah, that's what it's got me thinking.
Yeah, but
the thing is,
the
the
powers
horse
you
has to
get
be
would
able
kind
to
of
do
suck.
it back too. So
Ah,
you need a way
So
to
it
get
has-
the horse to talk. So the way
It would have to be Mr. Ed.
I
It would
speak
have to
with
be Mr.
animals.
Ed. Oh, true.
I could do it. No. If I was going to do it with a random animal.
That sounded
Really?
dirty.
Yeah, I heard it the second. Yes, but if I was going to become a lord of any random animal, it will be squirrels. It will be a squirrel
What?
lord.
You want to be Squirrel Girl? You literally want to just be Squirrel Girl.
He can beat anybody.
Somebody who can control squirrels and is like the most awesome person ever is Squirrel Girl. She's
Yeah.
beaten Thanos, Doctor Doom. She's the most powerful character in Marvel.
Yep. They're also like the
Say,
number one cause
Deadpool
of
killed the entire
blackouts.
Marvel universe.
Huh?
That's true.
Deadpool
That is
killed
true.
the entire Marvel universe.
Yeah, but he's
I'm
unpredictable.
Deadpool or just
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Deadpool. Hey,
I'm
Deadpool.
I might actually have.
Hmm.
I might have to reset my computer.
Why do I always roll low on my initiative? I got +8, damn it.
Good thing you have a +8 then, because else you would have been dead last.
Yeah.
So I'm having an issue there. Like a game I had played and tried to close out is just not closing, and I can't get to other programs to close it.
Yeah.
It's not letting, because like I have Task Manager up, but every time I click on Task Manager, the background program won't let it appear in the front.
Hmm.
Come on, please close. All right, I'm just gonna have to reset. I'm sorry. I'll be back in a second. Please roll my initiative for me, and please roll for the fairy dragon. They are definitely joining this combat.
What about Hephaestus?
Augustus. No, why would we roll for Augustus?
Hephaestus. Your dragon?
Oh no, Hephaestus goes on my turn. That's why.
Yes. I just thought it was funny. You're just gonna sit there and stay out the
until
fight.
we have your dragon ever eaten.
Hey, you're not as afraid of dragons anymore.
Yeah.
Sorta.
Mm.
Okay, resetting now. Hello?
Yo.
I didn't have to reset. I just had to switch users. That made it better.
Cool.
Now I just have to get into the game. Sorry, watchers. Technical issues, because that's life. Nice roll, Unique.
Xenon did badly, but the fairy dragon did good.
Mhm.
Stravos' turn first.
Alright. Stravos is first. Strava and Knight will do a help action on Stravos, so Stravos will have advantage. Stravos will issue first. He will do a shot at Artemis first, because that one's closest. And Stravos crits Artemis for 26. 43 damage. He'll go up in the air again and fly to here to spread out. Fairy Dragon's turn.
Alrighty. Looks at Apollo. It's like, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. Is there any water near here?
Let's see on the map. A little bit, like they have like a spray system to help water the plants, but that's about it. Like you see small little snakes going through there and sipping water out of it.
Killer whale.
Mhm.
Alright, polymorph.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, wisdom save. You made it.
Drat. Actually, I'm going to use my reaction.
Actually, you can't do the polymorph because it's still the same day. You didn't summon him anew, I believe.
I did summon him earlier, and he didn't do another polymorph.
Okay.
Wait.
You
Didn't
the
he die?
polymorph- You
He
didn't.
died.
Did he die? I don't know.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah.
smushed by Cyclops, I think.
Ah. Oh yeah, that does work, but save made it anyway.
Well, actually, he gets to reroll that because of that spell I can do now an unlimited number of times, and he has to take the lower number.
Alright.
What you know the spell I'm talking about? Silvery words.
Silvery bars.
No,
Yeah.
he does not take the lower number, but he does have to reroll. 17, still made it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, no. He of the two numbers, of the 23 and the 17, he would have to take the lower.
Yes. But the 9 it does not exist.
Yes. The 9 and the 8 don't exist. Okay. It was worth a shot. Sorry, buddy. And he's going to fly and hide in the hedge, behind the hedge. I knew it wasn't going to work.
Alright.
He's going to go invisible.
Alright. Then it is Nora. Poseidon will engage with Apollo. As Poseidon will use his lightning breath on Apollo as he runs straight at him. Apollo made it, taking 32 damage from it. And then Nora will attack Apollo. One attack missing, but the other one hitting for 19 damage. Alright, that was Nora's turn. Apis' turn. Apis will fly to here and breath on Apollo and Anora.
But they're resistant now.
Anora is. Poseidon is not.
Oh. Poseidon, damn it, get with the program.
Anora made it, so that becomes 5 damage. Poseidon. Poseidon also made it, so it becomes 10 damage. Right then, Tanaris. Tanaris will fly to here and do a fire breath on Euphrates, Xenon, Hephaestus, and Everine. Well, Everine is immune, Hephaestus is immune, so only Xenon. Dexterity saving throw.
This is going to be the... Oh, I can't use absorb elements, but otherwise this would have been the saddest.
Yeah.
And I get advantage on this.
No, you do not. Or no, you don't.
The robes. The robes.
It's not a magical effect. He breathes.
Oh, okay. Okay, but it doesn't matter. I rolled a 19.
Yeah, you made it, so you get half from half, so you take 5 damage from that breath.
Wait, why am I at 74 damage? Oh, from the last combat. And I guess I didn't heal it, so okay.
I just gonna look at him like, really? You tried that?
Like, you literally he only like singes 2 snakes, and the rest just hits at him. It's like...
Then Artemis, her turn. Let's see what she will do. Oh, she's quite a bit smarter than that. So she will. She got blasted by Stravos. So she is going to go right up to here, fly up to there with Nike, and attack Stravos. Doing a bite on him. Uncanny dodge. And those others hit as well, doing 10, 25, 35 damage on Stravos.
Ouch.
That's for attacking me. Everine, your turn.
Well then, you're not gonna like me. I am going to bonus action Hunter's Mark Artemis, and then Dragon Slaying Chakram 19.
Will hit.
Yay. For 38 damage, almost 40. Yes. 2, and then let's go. Ooh, 27.
Great.
Oh.
For 21 plus 6 is 27. For 40, no, 50.
53, I think.
Yeah.
53 damage, heavily injuring Artemis.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, one more attack. Huzzah! 20
She will hit.
for 34 damage.
Yes.
Told you wouldn't like me.
after her. Anything else you would like to do?
Bonus action, did the attacks. For now I'm gonna stay on the ground, so no, I'm good.
Leave my mama alone! Wormling, a golden dragon, flies towards you, Everine. Tries to bite you.
Surrender is always an option, you know.
With a 25 hits for 6 damage.
Ow.
Don't you have bracers?
I do, but that would only get me up to 24.
Oh.
This is the sun. This is the sun coming up for his mama.
Yeah.
Leave my mama alone! Hi!
Ow!
See, I don't want to have to
Not for
murder
you,
children.
mama!
I don't want to have to murder children, but it looks like we might have to.
Xenon,
Yeah,
your turn.
surrender is an option.
Xenon looks at this, and just before he's about to cast a spell, you suddenly hear Hephaestus go, "Well, this is silly. All of you should stop this right now, but I know you're not going to. This is all mine. Mine. You should leave." Yes, he's going to be an upper crust British twit. Leave me alone.
I'm offended.
But you're not upper crust or twit.
Oh, that's true. Continue.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't know your actual origins. Maybe you're a direct descendant from William the Conqueror.
Maybe.
Does his sister look really, really rough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm upcasting sleep at 4th level.
Alright.
Because everything else he has is burning. Like, okay, I might want to learn a few of your spells. Possibly.
Alright.
Woo, that's...
Artemis falls asleep. And then falls down 50 feet.
Oh, I didn't know she was in the air. I thought she had landed.
I didn't know she was in the area, right?
As she falls down to the ground. Dead.
Oh. Damn, she was really beat up.
As you see, she only had 10 hit points left. As Stravos looks at this and like gives Hephaestus as both Nike and Stravos give you guys a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Wait, I have to do something
Good
real
job,
quick.
Xenon! Good job, Hephaestus! You hear him shouting from afar.
Hold on, I have to do something really quick. I meant to do that! Yes! That is exactly...
Mama!
I'm your mama now. Now it's Xenon's turn. It's like... Apollo's gonna be an issue. And... he just told everyone to go after Everine. Because she's super dangerous. Hey, Everine.
Yeah.
You suddenly feel like you have a platinum shield around you.
Cool.
And I'm suddenly gonna fly very far away. Oh, bonus action, hold on. Before I do a bonus action, I made to make sure that Platinum Shield isn't a bonus action.
I believe it is.
Yeah, I think it might be too. It's like they started making all these really cool spells bonus actions. It was just like, but I actually have one for once. Platinum Shield is... I have to look it up. Platinum Shield 5e. It is... Casting time, one bonus action. So, I have an action. Shit. Screw it. Before I move, I'm going to use my bonus action to push this fucker down.
He is currently not flying. See?
Make him
Oh
prone.
wait, you already used your bonus action.
That's a oh yeah, that is a bonus action. What the fuck actions can I do? I could dodge. I could use. Oh, this would be mean. Okay, cool. I'm going to mind sliver him.
Alright. Let's see.
That's a DC of 20, by the way.
Failed it, taking 21 damage.
So here's something weird. It says on my spell save DC on the thing it's 20, but this is coming up 18 on the.
I have no idea why that is.
Me neither. Anyway. So yeah, he goes prone. And that will.
Innocent?
I pushed him prone.
No.
He made it?
No. Didn't I just tell you you can't do the prone thing because it's a
Oh!
bonus action?
I meant
That's why you did mind sliver.
yeah, mind sliver. He's gonna take 1d4 to his saves. I'm sorry. My brain is gone. I'm not firing on all cylinders like I was last week. I mean Monday. All right. That is my turn.
Alright. That it is. Who is enraged and will fly away, taking opportunity attacks from Poseidon and Anora. Looking at you, Xenon and Hephaestus. Shouting, Kinslayer!
Hmm.
Both attacks hitting for 27 damage total.
Shield? Or is he attacking the dragon?
He's flying towards you guys, and in his rage, even though it's not smart to do so, not very effective, he opens out his mouth and he breaths towards you guys.
Okay.
Now, Hephaestus is immune, but Xena, you have to make a saving throw.
Yep.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yep, I'm doing it. Give me a second.
13 is a failure.
Absorb elements.
Alright. That doesn't do anything because you already are resistant.
Well, no, doesn't it decrease the amount, right?
No,
No.
it gives you resistance.
Yeah.
Hold on. Absorb elements. Let me. You have resist. Oh,
See? Doesn't work.
oh, because I thought because of the extra damage. But okay, cool. Then I don't use absorb elements. I use. Oh no, it's too late, and I didn't use the good part on the other person, which I should have done. Yeah, I'm just gonna take it. How much
You
damage?
take 31 fire damage because of your resistance.
Ow! Get this thing off of me. 37 is my current hit point total, and I'm just going to say ouch.
And it's Oxen's turn.
Wait, no. The fairy dragon has to roll too.
No,
Like, or was he hiding behind the hedge?
You're flying upwards, right? You said I'm
Yeah.
flying upwards. No, the
Yes.
fairy dragon is hiding somewhere in the sheds there.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Thank goodness.
And even if you had to roll, you wouldn't even get a roll because he would have just evaporated regardless of the roll.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Oxen got his instructions to go for Enora or Everine, so it will try and bite Everine. Ah! 12 is a miss.
Yep.
And it's
Ah.
Stravos' Nike will help Stravos, and then Stravos will shoot at Apollo. a 13. No, another crit with a 27 because of advantage. 41, 56, 57 damage on Apollo. Sniken's travelers will fly to here upwards. Now it's the fairy dragon's turn. Tariq?
No, I hear you.
No, he didn't hear you if you were saying anything.
It's like, tired of all you big guys messing with me, and Euphoria breath, and this guy has to take 1d4 away from whatever he gets.
Does make the save with advantage because size matters.
Yeah.
So that is a 21.
Yeah, it's still it does not work. I was hoping to luck out. It was worth a shot. That is my turn. For him. Oh no, because it's a bonus action, he goes invisible. He knows it doesn't work, but he goes invisible.
Then it is Anora. As Poseidon turns around. It does me pain in my heart to attack young wormlings. But you have chosen wrong. As he bites as he bites at Epics with advantage because size matters. Doing 28 and 40, 51 damage.
You have to stop saying that. You're ruining my sense of self.
See it, and then Anora attacks Ana Mercara, killing the first worm. As they fly towards Apollo, and Anora will do her last attack on Apollo. Killing Apollo as she flies over, she ducks a little bit on the side, and then slashes right into the back of Apollo's brain. Crashing Apollo. Alright, that was Anora's turn. Apex is dead. Tenor, let's see if he gets his breath back. No, he does not. Mama! Papa! Oh no! Flies over towards Poseidon. And tries to attack Poseidon with disadvantage. But with a 20, misses still. Alright, the miss is dead. Everine, your turn.
Okay. Look, I don't want to fight you guys. We came here looking for peace. Your parents chose war and attacked my friends. This point is self-defense. Please, just... I get your pain. Just... Let's stop the fighting, dude.
Go ahead, make a... Go ahead, make a persuasion check.
Okay. 17. Because I have a...
You're using your voice.
an enthralling voice. I'm sorry that it came to this. I am. Please.
We all fail. Yay!
You don't know what the actual criteria is, but...
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry.
Oxen here
Mm.
stops hostily engaging you. Trophanus still seems set on. The last thing my mama said to me was to kill you, and I will bring my mama's last wish towards her and will fulfill it.
Please
Anything you would
don't.
like to do with your bonus action? Because I count that
bonus.
as using your action, what you just did.
Yes. Yes, that is perfectly fair. Okay, bonus action. I guess I'm just going to move my hunter's mark to the Trophonius, because I don't want to kill a kid, even if it is a vicious dragon that's trying to eat me.
Trophonius' turn. He will try and bite you again.
Okay.
12 does not succeed. Xenon, your turn.
Are either one of these two that are still fighting on the ground?
Trophonius is on the ground. Tanaris is in the air.
Hephaestus roars like, "The dragonslayer is correct, although it hurts my heart to say so. In this matter, we did, unfortunately, try to talk things over with your parents. This is bad. We do not want to have to hurt you. Stop now, and I may consider sending you to private school, possibly, if Xenon pays for it."
Go ahead, make a persuasion check with advantage, because size matters.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that part. I was gonna have Xenon help, but
Yeah.
You could still have Xenon help, and then the check will even be even higher.
yeah, I will have Xenon help then.
So
that was Xenon's fault. That was Xenon's roll, not Hephaestus'. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so +7 to whatever Hephaestus rolls.
Which isn't bad. Hephaestus will roll. Weirdly, he's very charismatic. For a jerk.
And that is a 25. Both Trophius. Alright, Uncle. We will stop the fight. Still stop the fight.
Okay, so now we have 3 wormlings. Kyra, we need some help! What do we do with 3 wormlings? Does anybody want to raise them?
All the other dragons like, why do they need to be raised?
Yeah, they're dragons.
Like, Poseidon looks a bit confused. Festus as well.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, yeah, none of our dragons were raised. They're just grown up.
Because they're still children and you guys just went grown up in like a second. There's a difference.
No. Dragon parents don't like leave their children behind like after like half a year when they're wormlings.
Well,
these seem old enough to survive by themselves.
Yeah, but who's going to tell them like that they shouldn't be evil like the parents?
Well, as long as nobody's telling them to be evil, then they won't be evil.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know that. Thanks, Hephaestus. This is new information, even though I should know this already. No, actually, he's never raised a dragon, so he would not know.
Man.
I'm pretty sure
like
the
dragons have their natural color, and they will only like change from that affinity if someone raising them is actively trying to put them in a different affinity. But if they are left by their own devices, they will. A gold dragon will naturally become lawful good, and for example, a copper dragon or a brass dragon would naturally become a chaotic good.
Okay.
Although it is their version of lawful good / chaotic good. Not necessarily a human version of it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, as Hephaestus says, even though my twin, my brother and sister were assholes, I do think they still deserve a burial.
Yes, I will put gold coins on their eyes. Just out of like specifically because of the kids. Like don't be a jerk about it. Like just put some silver on their eyes in front of the kids. We just gotta be a jerk move. And yes, it's my gold, not Hephaestus's. So Hephaestus soul being, so do we leave them on your island with your gold, or do we try to get Kyra here to like take them back to Verces cave and
They may stay on my island to temporarily lead the island while I am away. And you have to make sure to water the plants, little nephews.
are there any nieces?
No, these
Do
three
we kill the
are
niece?
these three are boys.
Oh, they
Okay.
killed the girl.
I don't think Apis is a girl's name, but
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, they only had boys. This is
But Uncle Hephaestus, what do we do about Uncle Hypnos?
Uncle who?
Uncle who?
Uncle Hypnos.
We all said that. Who's Uncle Hypnos?
He's mom and dad's little brother.
Oh God, where is he at? And is he a jerk too?
It's always nice to us, but Uncle Hypnos is in the stone ruin.
Oh, goody. All right. I need a rest. Like I have an hour rest to get some hit points back, and then we're going to this stone ruin. We're getting a lot done today.
Yes.
It's like, okay, I'm going to calm down for about an hour, and then we're going to this stone ruin. And
Strava says a short rest is not going to help me a lot, so I'm going to fly back to the ship and ask if Iris can help me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good. Actually, we should
Right
both.
back,
How long will flying back to the ship take? Like a couple minutes?
yeah, something like that. For Strava, this is even faster.
Yeah. I'm going too and taking my short rest there. Because he's right. A short rest is not going to help that much. I have lost a lot of hit points.
Alright, you fly back to the ship. Ask Iris for healing. Let's see what she still can with her spell slots. Or in her current spell slots.
Does she have Prayer of Healing? That's usually a good one.
Yeah, she can cast that once. So here you go. For 8. That'll heal up, let's see. That'll heal up, well, everyone for 8. Remember to heal up Festus as well.
Yes. I shall do so. Also, hopefully anybody else on the ship who had been hurt, which were a couple of people, were around when she does this, so they can get healed a little bit too.
Up to 6 creatures. And then she can still cast 4 level 1 healing words.
Cast those on Strava.
Alright.
Wait, please.
I'll do those at this.
Oh, cool. What? Are you kidding me? 944. What is that?
That's 17.
13, 17. Hold on. Next one. If I rolled another crit, I was about to get mad.
23, healed for 23 total now.
31, I believe, or 32.
No.
Oh.
23, then 20, 29, 37 total.
37. Okay. I'll do one more.
43.
43 plus 46 is 89. Okay. Not all the way up, but much better.
And now officially Iris is also completely out of spell slots.
Yeah, look what she said on the ship. But I get a 6th level spell slot back.
Or a lot of other spells.
Yes, I could do that. But I have one of each other spell slot, so except for 5th level, which I'm completely out of now. Whoops! I'm not negative 20 spells, damn it. Yeah, I'll take that 4th level spell slot because 7th level spell slot. Because I just cast
6th level spell slot.
Yeah, 6.
You don't have any 7th level spell slots.
I can't get 7th level spell slots back anyway unless I get there's a certain magical book. So, yeah. All right. I'm cool. Let's go back. I was just telling everybody in Rory's telepathic bond, hey, let's meet each other at the ruins.
Well, since you've taken 1 hour short rest, that has failed.
Oh. Then we go back and I cast.
I use one use of my tireless feature because I've already used a load of hit die. No. Ah. Well, this place seems lovely.
You're funny.
Hmm. Do-do-do.
As you arrive at the ruins, can't see any other golden dragon here. Seems partially collapsed.
Oh.
Okay, so we can't see another dragon. At the top of my voice, I will go. Hello there. What was it? What was the uncle's name again?
Hypnos.
No.
Hello there, Hypnos. I don't know if you've heard the news, but unfortunately, Helios is no more. Currently, Hephaestus, the first egg, is now technically the heir. We would like to speak to you about living arrangements on the island, and we would like it to be as peaceful as possible, because we don't want any trouble, and we don't want to have to kill anyone else. And we heard you're a pretty nice guy from your nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Get no answer back.
Can you track dragons? Everine, can you track a dragon?
I can try. I'd like to have a look for some dragon tracks.
Go ahead, make a survival check.
With advantage, because it's a dragon, and that's my favorite enemy. 22.
Alright.
Hmm.
You see that the dragon clearly landed here and stepped through something.
Huh. Okay. There definitely was a dragon here. Landed and then stepped into nothing?
I would like to.
Um,
I'm going to go and investigate, take a good look at what's going on, and try to see what I can see. Is there anything obvious I can see, or anything obviously
I will direct.
arcane or historical in any matter?
Go ahead and make an investigation check. Anyone can do that.
Hmm.
Well, where Everine is standing right now, if you move that rock, you see some sort of control panel. A small control panel that is stuck in the ground.
Oh.
Do I have any idea what this control panel is for?
It looks like a mechanical thing to move the ground. Well, a sort of key, a lock, a sort of door handle, but done on the ground.
Am
Either
I
a secret door or a portal?
Sorry?
It's either a secret door or a portal. Whenever the tracks disappear.
Hephaestus, do you know anything about this?
No.
Hmm.
I was born today. Not even yesterday.
You were born at like 2 hours, not even 2 hours ago.
More than no, I was born 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
He got
Time
like
flies.
3 hours, this many minutes, and so many seconds.
Hephaestus.
That's it.
They grow up so fast.
Yeah, they do. Hephaestus, you're going to have to learn to have a sense of humor around us. You're like the only one who doesn't. Even Poseidon there has a sense of humor.
Really?
Yeah, yes.
Why?
Yes, you do.
I know what it looks like. Does he?
In comparison, yes, I thought he did, but I thought he's cracked the odd joke, but maybe I'm wrong.
Ah.
Okay, so we're gonna have to get Hephaestus and Poseidon comedy training.
I'll teach them.
The dragon stand-up night on our ship.
You're like, yes, I am going to teach them. It's going to be hilarious. Did I ever tell you the story about this Chandras fella?
Oh my god. I regret everything. Okay, so Nike, I was... Go ahead.
I'm moving the rock and looking at this control panel. None of that.
I do have to say, while you look at the control panel, I do have to say this to Nike. Like, hey, Nike, I was just joking about that, but we can make it a thing.
Yes, we do. We don't got anything to do on the ship anyway during the night, so why not just make a performance? Everyone does a little act.
I can sing.
Entertain the crew. Exactly.
That's actually a good idea to keep morale up.
Yeah.
And we can invite Kira. She can either be the judge or like help people perform.
Yeah.
That would be fun because I always love seeing her. All right, cool. We're actually going to do that. See, you just did a cool leadership thing, Hephaestus.
Yes, I inspired Nike to come up with a good idea to make the morale of the group better.
Well, it was technically my idea, but...
I also inspired you to inspire Nike.
Yes, sure you did. Okay. I'm just going to next to Everine and start looking at this control pad.
Alright.
5 degrees of inspiration.
The control panel seems to be that it's mechanical, but it has a magical lock on it. You have to solve a riddle, and then you can flip it and go in.
So bad at riddles.
Real life? Yes. Horrible. I'm taking it that as a person who thought the Sphinx at one point, that Xenon is good at riddles, but we'll see.
We'll first see at the actual riddle. If you are a normal, healthy, young golden dragon, and your partner is also a young golden dragon, and she is 20 miles away from you, you decide to throw sending spells to meet each other, and both of you are flying towards each other, only your partner leaves 5 minutes later than you. How much time do you need before you guys meet?
If train A goes along the track at 20 miles an hour, and
Yeah.
train B goes along the track at 40
To
miles
help
an hour.
you with this, a healthy golden dragon flies 8.1 miles per hour.
So is this a riddle or a math problem?
Mhm.
This is
It is
important.
maybe a math problem.
Hey, Hephaestus, you're a healthy.
Yes?
You're a healthy golden dragon. What the
No,
fuck?
I am not.
That's right.
Nods and his legs and his misformed wing.
Okay. You have some disabilities. It doesn't mean you're not healthy. There's a difference. Stop being ableist.
This is not. If this question was made by my father, this is not how he would think of it.
That is true. But you know what a healthy gold dragon is supposed to be like. So, can you help us with this riddle? Since you're the only gold dragon here.
It takes more than 1 hour, but less than 2 hours. I know the answer, but I would like to see how well you do on it.
Okay.
Do not
Do we
worry,
actually have-
if you say it wrong, I will do the correct answer.
1
Okay.
hour, 15 minutes. That's my guess.
What did he say exactly? It takes 8 point what? How many miles?
8.1 miles an hour is how fast they fly. And it's 20 miles, correct? One leaves 5 minutes early. So yeah. 20 divided by 8.1 divided by 2 minus 5. No, sorry.
Tarek is horrible at maths. Xenon would be good at it, but
Yeah.
Xenon will help Everine with this.
Two. Hang on. I keep messing up.
And those 5 minutes make it harder.
0. 1 hour, 18 minutes.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Oh, yeah.
The thing opens when you see a stairs going downwards.
Yeah. Oh.
Wow, you did that math faster than I did. You're pretty freaking amazing, Everine.
Yes. Out of character, it would have taken me less time, but I kept misclicking my calculator.
Oh, you were using the calculator, yeah.
Which is totally allowed and completely fine.
Yeah.
Because I made this math problem with a calculator as well, just
Yeah.
to make sure that my answer was correct.
I will say this just for my ego's sake. Xenon was helping Everine with the math.
Okay. Yeah. I already knew the statistics of the dragons, but
Yeah, Xenon was doing like the actual calculating.
yeah.
Cool.
Okay. I'm assuming this is a very big staircase, given it's for a dragon.
Oh yeah. Going downwards. Put you on the next map.
Versi starts singing, I'm going down. I'm going down. Oh, and then Versi turns to Everine and is like, Hey, that song you sung to the god Helios as he died. Would you mind singing it again? Oh, why am I using the Irish voice? Would you mind singing it again?
Not really.
Okay. I thought you
It
wanted
was.
to try re-sing it.
Travis says.
Ah, I messed it up. It was.
Anyone
That's
have
why I
a
wanted to
higher passive perception than 19, by the way?
No, mine is 13. Let me
oh.
check the dragons.
13. No.
What's your dragon's passive perception?
I don't have a dragon.
Oh, no, whoops.
Festus says 20, so that's the same as Travis.
Let's see. Yeah, this guy's passive perception is also 19.
As Travis says, and Festus also say at the moment, at the same time, there's something in the water.
Oh shit! This water. Ah.
Wait, you have to say it like Guild Wars 2. There's something in the water.
Pop out as you see golden-skinned snake people.
Evening.
Says the golden skinned Medusa. Hello, we definitely don't want this fight because I feel like we're related. So, hi, we just need to go talk to that dragon. We don't want to have any troubles. How you guys doing?
What is the passwords? Then you may pass.
I'm gonna. Can I look around, see if I can see anything that might hint at the password?
Sure, give me a second. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Perceive. No. That's a 9.
Hold on. Does telepathic come with telepathy? I can cast a detect thought spell requiring no spell slot or components. You must finish a long rest before you do it again. If you have spell slots second or high, so yeah. So I just cast a detect slot spell that they can't detect, and because it's telepathy, and I'm trying to get the fucking password.
Alright. I will say that requires a probing. And they do have magic resistance, so what save does he have to throw? Wisdom?
It is a detect thoughts. Hold on, I'm pressing on the button. When you cast your initially creature, once you hold on. Make wisdom saving throw.
Alright, with advantage because of magic resistance. 21, made it.
Reroll that.
Alright. Failed it. The password is writing.
I believe the password is writing.
Alright. Goodbye.
Well, it was nice meeting you, cousins.
As the golden skin snake people go back into the water.
QQ. I'm just gonna fly
In
over
Rory's,
the water.
yeah, in Rory's telepathic bond, I'm just like, I cheated.
Wait till we're in the next room before admitting to that.
It's in your head.
Oh.
Because of Rory's telepathic bond.
Okay, well, in your head, you heard a shh. Wait till we're in the next room.
As you see a large statue of Helios here in his humanoid, in his god form.
I mean, they were a very pretty person. Or being. Very pretty being. On the outside.
Hmm.
But we get a lot of that.
Yeah. We're leaving this way. I'm spitting on that thing.
If we're leaving this way, I'm breaking that damn thing.
And you arrive at the next level. There's
Oh,
a
I do have.
door here.
I do have a question. When I put gold coins on the eyes of the dragon children and the Helios, did they disappear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Where God's soul goes when it dies.
I don't know. I just know that there's a VIP version if you use gold.
Right. We've hit a door.
Mm-hmm. You hear
I.
screams of pain coming from the side.
All right, yeah,
Open the door.
yeah. We're about to do some door kicking.
And as the door opens, you see in those 6 beds, you see tied up kobolds screaming in pain. They are gold-skinned kobolds. As you see these kobolds here, who are also gold-skinned, basically putting injections into the other kobolds.
Ooh, scientific experiments. Exactly what is the experiment that you're doing?
Yep, yep.
I
Oh,
speak
hello!
Draconic. Yeah, if they speak Draconic, I speak it.
They speak Draconic.
I speak basically every major language.
Yep, yep. We are, putting some yep in the yip yips.
Well, they don't seem to enjoy it, so could you stop it?
Orders from the boss. Put more yip yips in the yip.
Can I look at this yip yip and see what it is? Please. Hephaestus. We would like to see that, please. I am the new boss.
Go ahead, make a have Hephaestus make a persuasion check.
And I will help Hephaestus. Hey, Hephaestus. How is Hephaestus more charming than Xenon? I don't know.
Because Hephaestus is born to be a leader.
Wait, Xenon was to... You leave me alone.
You were not born, you were made.
I was a paladin, I was born to lead.
You're not a paladin anymore.
True.
Every paladin thinks that. So few
Yeah.
are true.
Well, no, not every paladin. It depends on your oath.
Yeah.
But
Devotion.
Sure, yeah, yep, yep. 25. They are willing to give you the needle syringe with the yip yip.
I look at the needle syringe with the yip yip and try to figure out what it is.
Go ahead, make a Arcana check.
This time, Hephaestus will help me. Arcana. Hold on, and Hephaestus. Better not make this worse.
You can only make it a 21 at worst. This is plus 8, so that is 30. You know what this is. This is some sort of chemical exchanger, and it specifically is to. This is how Helios probably has been able to breed by himself, because he basically changes and mutates the kobold kobolds so that they can work as a egg incubator.
Oh,
Oh, that's
this place
okay.
is messed up.
Well, and before I can even finish it, like Hephaestus is like, put the yip yip down. We will discuss this later. No more using the yip yip until we're finished having a talk with the old boss. Understood?
But without Yip Yip, Yip Yip has no Yip Yip.
Did either one of us understand that?
He basically meant like, without putting the needles, without doing his job, he has no purpose.
Oh no, we will give you a new yip yip. But for right now, put the needles down and just make sure that these kobolds are okay and try to stop their screaming in a peaceful and soothing manner. Do you understand?
Yip Yip! Puts up his thumbs.
Does he actually understand?
Go ahead, make an inside check.
I believe it does.
You rolled Hephaestus' thing, but Hephaestus thinks he understood.
Oh,
Leaves.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm also going to do an inside check. It's just, I meant to do me, but sure. Hephaestus is like, of course, because he's Hephaestus. Of course they understand.
These orders are my orders.
It's like, yeah, Hephaestus. No, it doesn't necessarily work that way. I see a 20.
He definitely did not understand.
So in Draconic,
Here.
stop the yip yip and stand down until we get back. We will give you orders once we get back. Do you understand?
Can I play with my other Yip Yip?
What is your other yip yip?
Yeah, my other Yip Yips. Pulls out a ball with all sorts of centipedes in it. There's a Yip Yip. There's a Yip Yip. There's a Yip Yip. Other Yip Yip.
What are you going to do with the yip yips?
Play.
What does this play entail? I'm using the wrong words. What does this play entail?
I'd show you Yip Yip.
Yes, show me quickly. I'm using the wrong words again.
He opens up the ball with the centipedes inside and puts them on his hand, and then constantly switches hands with the centipedes as they walk around.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I thought he was going to put the centipedes on the other kobolds, because centipedes are very poisonous, depending on the type of centipedes, especially giant ones. I mean, in real life, the bigger ones are poisonous. Yes, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go. And as we're walking through there, both Hephaestus and Xenon are picking up all the syringes, just in case.
Yeah.
Xenon, like that. Go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
With it, is this magic?
Yeah.
$21.
Alright, you managed to not accidentally stab yourself with those syringes as you pick them up, because they're all, the kobolds just drop them on the ground the moment they're done with them.
I would have. Okay, so I have to do this dexterity check, but I'm going to say that I was telekinetically lifting them up, but I was not being careful, so I almost stabbed myself a couple of times. Because Xenon usually does not pick things up with his hands, as you well know. So where is Uncle? What was it? Uncle what?
Found him yet? He's deeper in.
No, what is his name?
Hypnos.
What? By the way, where is Uncle Hypnos? I mean, brother Hypnos at?
Points at the door.
Are there any traps or anything that we should know about?
They shrug.
Are there any yips that will yip or yip?
Yep, yep.
There's probably traps.
I'd check the door for traps.
Alright. Go ahead and make a investigation check.
I pressed it twice. We will see what it comes up.
15.
Dude, Hephaestus will help me. This is his lair now, technically, as far as he's concerned. It's his island now.
My kingdom.
And he wants to be involved. Because he's annoying.
His brother.
Intelligent.
His brother is taking away his inheritance.
Yeah.
15.
Made it, so that becomes 19, which is a success. And so you look at the door, and you see that there is a magic rune on there for a very powerful fireball spell. But you do not know what the trigger is. It is clearly not opening this door. So you can open this door without triggering the trap, but there should be another trigger, but you don't know what it is.
How will I find this out?
I mean,
Would this be an arcana? Or...
if it's a fireball spell, maybe I could just set it off, blow myself up.
You and Hephaestus and Nike.
Yeah.
All three of you are in the front. Open the door!
Yeah. Wow.
Keep... And again, help from he who would be king.
That becomes a 23. So after this door, there's another door, and if you open that door, then the fireball will go off.
Ah, okay. And this is a very powerful fireball, but it's still just fire, right?
Yes.
Hey, Nike, Hephaestus, and Everine, would you like to go and open that door for us while we stand way back?
It's gonna blow up in our faces and that.
Oh, that's
Yes.
a good one, Xenon.
Yes.
Oh, you shoulder. That's hilarious.
Okay. So let me know when you're all far enough away. I will open the door.
We will close this door.
Okay.
We will close this door and back up. It's like, I will tell the kobolds, everyone back up who isn't tied to a bed.
Alright, yep. 3 kobolds go.
Right, team? Ready? And open the door.
So say some open it. Nothing happens because that was the first door.
Okay, next door. Let's go, team. Boot it open.
As the door opens, everyone in that hallway gets hit by a fireball.
And nothing happens.
And nothing. As As in this room, there seems to be some form of a library. As the dragon there looks up.
As soon as you say library, they think library. Xenon starts running towards the library. What? Books? What books? What's going on?
It seems the renegades and rebels and invaders have taken hold of my lair. I must defend myself. Roll initiative.
Or we could just talk this out.
Never. This is my kingdom.
It's not. It's really not.
I
Rolling
don't really
initiative.
know how line of succession works. Do you count as being born when the egg is laid, or when you hatch from it?
Yeah, I'm confused about a tool.
Yeah.
I think the gold dragons think in the way of like whatever is best for me.
Probably.
Are you okay? Just because, yeah, the wizard goes last again.
Well, you're still in front of Hypnos. I'm not even sure he's going to get a turn.
You might be right.
First, and Honora is way back. So she has to go here. And Poseidon dash to get into melee contact with Hypnos. And Honora will attack with her weapon, hitting, doing a disarming strike. Extra, making it 28 damage. Second attack. It's again another disarming strike. Doing 26 damage. Action surge. Throwing hammer.
You know when she hits level 11, that's 3 attacks around.
Yeah. Precision, yeah, but she's only level 8 yet. She'll do a precision dice, making that a 20 to hit, so that'll hit, doing 21 damage. And then the last attack, 16, also a precision, making it 24, doing 20 damage. That was Honora's turn. Everine, your turn.
Okay, definitely not talking it out. Okay, I jump in and to attack.
21 will hit.
Yeah.
34
And
damage.
attack.
24 will hit. Doing 32 damage.
And lastly, attack.
24 will hit. Doing 38 damage. How do you want to do this?
Oh, okay. How do I want to do this? I throw it so that it goes through, cutting like the front of his neck, bounces off the wall, and on the rebound cuts the back of his neck. Ha.
And with that, the combat is over. Like, it runs around the corner, and I was like, "Alright, I'm here to help, guys." Oh, it's already done. Well, that was disappointing.
Yeah, Xenon and them are both running around the corner. Hey, let's talk this out. Oh, never mind.
It wasn't much for talking it out.
I just walk over and put two gold coins on his eyes, and it's like, okay, so we're burying this one tool.
Yeah.
Of course. Even though they were renegades and traitors, they are still family.
Okay.
Did
Oh,
we at least go cheap on Helios's eyes?
no, I
Double.
did gold coins.
Could have done
Here.
platinum, so yeah.
No, then I would have done platinum. I would have done whatever.
I don't know if you have platinum, but I said you could have gone platinum.
I didn't know platinum was an option. I thought like it was just gold or silver. So yeah, next time we kill something super high level, it's gonna be platinum because I do not want them coming back just because we were cheap. Well,
Yeah.
Hephaestus.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but I see a bunch of books.
Yes.
But first, let's check them for traps.
Yes. No. A golden dragon would never trap books. That would risk destroying, damaging the book.
I'm
It is
going
a
to.
sacred treasure.
Does this sound about right?
Sounds logical enough.
Okay. Sure. If
That's-
anything's blow up, I'm blaming you.
Does sound like a thing that that gold dragons would do. Not trap books.
Well, I supposedly have very good knowledge of dragons. It sounds accurate to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Since I have no way of knowing for sure. Yeah, I'm going to start checking the books. I'm going to trust Hephaestus.
Well, for the first couple of minutes, he seems about right. Seems to be lots of information and all sorts of things here. Although this is a vast library of information, of things gathered over several hundred years. Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Okay.
You scroll you a little bit through. You find
Hephaestus. Oh, go ahead. Never mind.
4 spell scrolls here,
Nice.
which are arcane, a spell scroll of arcane eye, banishment, Galdar speedy courier, and watery sphere.
Okay, hold on. Hold on.
I'll copy paste them.
Oh, okay, cool.
There you go. They're in the Roll20 chat.
I'm going to put them in treasure, and then I'm going to put them on my sheet later. You said 4. These are 2.
No, these are 4.
Banishment is 1. I already have that spell.
Arcane eye.
No, I just see banishment, Galdar speedy courier, and watery sphere. Oh nope, it's right next to your name. I'm sorry, the way it went. You are correct. There are 4. It's just the way Roll20 did it. I didn't see it. Okay.
Alright, and this is a very good research post. If you spend a day here researching for a question, and you roll a history check of DC 20, if there is an answer written in a book to your question, it is found here. It does mean that you could ask a question that does not have an answer written down, so you wouldn't just, regardless of the question, you wouldn't find it. But
so since I used to telegraph about, it's like, are there any pressing questions that we need answered?
Not really.
I mean, we've done most of that. I think there's like one thing we want to ask Mitros, but I don't even remember what that was. Should have wrote it down. Yeah. Cool. This is good to know. If we can ever get back here quickly, this would be very good.
Still takes a full day of research, though.
Uh-huh. But Arcane Eye is a badass spell. Unfortunately, I kind of already have it with Versi, but Arcane Eye is invisible. And I think you can go much farther away. Arcane Eye.
Zanara says, but I think we took down all the dangers on the islands. I'm not sure. I'll do a little scouting round around the island. Together with Nike and Stravos. See you back at the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've got to go bury another dragon. This was an eventful.
As you fly away, as both Nike and Stravos fly away, and you say, "Got to bury another dragon." So yeah, we dodged that one, huh? Yeah.
You know I can hear your thoughts, right?
They didn't even think it. They said it out loud.
You know I can hear you, right?
Zhong flies in super speed that you can never hold up to.
Yeah, that's my cousin. Great. Okay. Question, Hephaestus. Your first day adventuring with the team. Also, the first few hours you've been born. How are you liking it so far?
Life is good, but we have priorities to set. We must save the world from the Titans.
Well, yes, we have to save the world, so we don't have to. But as we discussed last week, we need to search the rest of this island tomorrow, and everybody needs some rest. So, to process some mental shit, which is what you did say at the end of one of our games recently. So, I think that's. I mean, we are hard on time, but we're not that hard on it. And that sounded dirty the minute I said it, but oh well. But hard pressed on time. But I'm glad you're enjoying life. We'll get you a sense of humor. Hopefully. And some self-depreciating humor at that. Anything else we need to do tonight, Every?
I don't know.
So, since none of them are around, I will say, hey, Hephaestus, could you go talk to the kobolds for a minute?
No problem.
So, this is going to sound really bad.
Mm-hmm.
But if I hadn't made that promise not to, fuck with the dragons, I would have so taxidermied Helios's head.
I consider taking a tooth.
I mean,
I don't know.
yeah, I wanted a trophy from that one, but yeah, I think if we had taken any part of him, they would have objected, even though he was objectively evil and horrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the kids, I can completely understand not touching them, but him, I wanted my pound of flesh, as it were. Mostly for you. Speaking of that, how are you doing?
It's weird, you know? It's a good day, so it's hard to really know exactly what I feel. But it is weird, you know? I've been terrified of him my whole life, and he's gone now. I just,
Well,
I feel like my clan would be proud, but I don't know. I don't even know my last name, really. I just every time I think back to them, all I see is the flames, you know? So I don't know if they'd be proud. I don't really know if I've done the right thing, and it feels weird that it's over.
so
Also, it's sorry about not going with you into the dragonlord place. It's Festus kind of has his face a little, you know. It's
oh, I understand, and let's be honest. Hephaestus is me. If it like I at least have a somewhat of a sense of humor, I would think you would agree.
Mhm.
Hephaestus is me without a sense of humor, and that's a lot to take. I mean, yes, I have some issues, but I'm self-aware.
Mhm.
Okay, so I don't blame you for not wanting to go in there. No, you went in there with us.
Yeah, you seem disappointed that I chose to go with the with
Well, I was a little. I
Poseidon.
mean, we're friends. You're my best friend. I was a little disappointed, but I mean,
Yeah.
I understand.
Mm.
You can be disappointed about something and still understand. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like your parents don't take you to the plays one day. You're disappointed, but they explain to you that everyone wants to murder you. Not like that happened to
Yeah.
me because politics were real bad when I was young. Nothing. What? Go ahead.
I just parent metaphor is an odd choice for me.
So I do
Mm.
have, and I'm like looking around, making sure no one is within earshot. So I am going to stay in the library tomorrow. Uh, oh, by the way, I am actually a researcher.
Yeah.
And let me see what that does because that might actually affect this whole role for the
If it
thing.
doesn't really say anything or it's very vague, I'll just give you advantage on the roll.
Yeah.
Unless if it says something about time, then yes, it would definitely take less than a day.
Yeah. But I'm a scribe researcher.
At the most part, the day is more like trying to find the right book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just basically just like if I spent the whole day researching, I'd have want to get 2 questions, but if I could, since I'm a good researcher. But anyway, let me finish the conversation. So I do have a rather prescient question that came up recently.
Mm.
I want to get rid of my curse, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think there might be something like one of the reasons I became a scribe was I learned that eventually wizards can gain access to a spell called Wish, but we can only ever use it once.
Right.
And you have to be very careful with how you word things.
Mm-hmm.
A very long time ago, I had a conversation with Versi and a dream, and it had something to do with actual Medusa, and I needed their heads. That's all I know. And
Right.
the thing with the shield, it just came to me. I don't know why I needed to do that, but I needed to do that. I'm hoping it has something to do with getting rid of the curse. But here's the problem, and look around. Here's the problem. I don't mind being a Medusa. If there was some way I could be a Medusa elf, a greater Medusa elf, who could use this moon sword, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I got okay with being me a long time ago. If someone else is not okay with me being me, well, they can go fuck themselves.
Mm.
I mean, it's not necessarily that I like being a Medusa, but I don't necessarily hate it either. there are some perks,
Yeah.
but I do miss being blessed. And like, if there was some way I could be a blessed elf Medusa. So I'm going to try to find out how to exactly what this curse is and how to get rid of it. I think that's actually one question. Tomorrow. So you guys can search, including Hephaestus. But I'm going to look through this, if you don't mind, unless you want me to come with you.
No, that sounds like a worthy thing to search for. I mean, it's gonna take us like a day or two to get all that, to get our share of the gold onto the ship anyway. We still haven't done that.
Yeah.
And I know
So,
you
yeah,
won't be happy if we leave without it.
I am never happy when we leave it out. Wait, what are you saying? I'm greedy? I've been very good with sharing gold up until one point when I realized I needed a lot of spells. I'm sorry.
But you didn't run it by us, is the thing. You just kind of kept it.
I apologized.
Yeah. So, of course, now we're never going to let you live it down.
It was one time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're right.
And
It's
there
cool.
was one time back when I was training where I threw one of the wooden chakrams, and it flew right back and hit me in the forehead. And nobody on the islands ever really let me live that down.
Oh, no, let me write that down because I won't ever let you live it down now either.
God damn it.
Because you've done too much cool stuff. There's nothing I can make fun of you for. I have to stop making fun of you about your emotional state because that's just wrong. And I've been a little bit of a dick about that. So now I have to find something else, but everything you do is too fucking cool. Become a centaur lord, and then you save all the centaurs, and you find the centaur leader, and you're fucking badass, and you kill a bunch of every dragon you see who's bad, you kill him, and kill freaking Helios.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm
A badass?
Yeah. I mean,
It's called confidence.
Helios kids went down real quick.
Well, to be fair, they're not deities.
Yeah.
They were created by a horrific process. Horrific. Kobolds were the ones laying the dragon eggs.
They even work. They don't seem big enough.
Well, I don't think it changes into the dragons, but here's the thing. They incubate the eggs. So that means that Helios was... Anyway, I don't want to think about it because I don't want to have nightmares. I have enough of those with challenges entering my dreams on a semi-regular basis to have chats.
How's that been going, by the way? Or
you know how I've been a stressed out jerk lately? Yeah, that's one of the reasons. It is very difficult to try to be...
valid reason.
Yeah. And one of the only things keeping me remotely sane is the fact that I know that I have pissed off every Titan except for what's his name with the hands. I have pissed off almost every Titan enough to where they all take me as their own personal enemy. Which, weirdly enough, should worry me.
Yeah.
But kind of proud of it.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to need to discuss where we're going next.
Good point.
I kind of want to go to the boat and release the Titan because the sword keeps on talking about it all the damn time.
Yeah,
All the time.
but the island with the star and everything and the silver dragon egg is gonna be crawling with giants, so that sword's gonna be real useful.
Oh,
Uh,
well, and also we can get you the silver dragon egg. Just
yeah. I mean, I'm the only one left out so far. Yep, definitely need
I feel
my
bad
own
for you.
dragon. I say as I sort of stretch and yawn, walking towards the exit.
I stop you like,
Ah,
one, you should. It's not going to be that bad. It's actually pretty cool, unless your dragon is a complete and total mega maniacal jerk.
You hear a harshu from afar.
Uh huh. And no, you really just put and it's like, but Miss Centaur, first and only Centaur Lord ever. I think you'll do okay. You're already legendary. Oh, that's an idea.
what?
Hey, you said you wanted to know about your clan and more about yourself, right?
It's not. I mean, it'd be nice to know, but
I could
yeah.
cast Legend Lore on you. Because the Legend Lore I did on Chandra's started when he was a kid.
Yeah, maybe I guess.
But
let's-
I want permission first, though.
yeah, let's give it a day or so.
Oh yes, I need to sleep and change my spells.
I need to sleep. I need to process killing the thing that has haunted my dreams for so long. So long. Yeah.
Yeah, dreaming has been interesting for the last few months, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, Mercy.
My entire life I've been.
Yes, Xenon.
So you've heard this entire conversation. What do you think?
I'm sorry?
Okay, what do you think about the idea of me searching for answers about my curse in this library? And what do you think to rid my curse or change it in some way to where I'm still an elf and a Medusa? And
Well,
about
both is not definitely not going to work. You're either an elf or you're a Medusa.
Okay. So,
maybe you'll be able to find answers here. I do not know.
and about do you think legend luring Everine in a couple of days is a good idea to try to find out more about her past?
No, that wouldn't work.
Oh.
Because the legend of Everine as a dragon, as one of the aspiring dragonlords and being part of your cloaked hero gang, will exceed her past legends. You would just get a recap of what you've been doing all this time.
Hey?
If we actually had any watch, if we actually had any watchers, that might actually be a good thing to do.
Previously on the Dragonlord, on the Odyssey of the Dragonlords and the Dragonslayer.
That actually we might have to do that one day. Just to remind us what we've done.
You can watch 28 episodes of YouTube for that.
That's why I would rather have a recap. Okay.
Yeah,
so, well,
then if we go for a recap, then we're gonna be forcing Yannick to.
I know. it was a joke.
Honestly, if I do a recap, you'll get a Kyra version.
Oh,
I would be okay with that, actually.
I mean, it would make sense if we're legend loring, since she's the one putting the legend out there.
Goddess of music and stories and poetry.
But if we got the Kyra version, it would be nothing like what actually happened.
Yeah.
Everything we
yeah.
did would be exaggerated to the nth extent.
It'd be like getting the Michael Bay version.
Explosions, Megably,
Although you would
explosion.
add that like that you would walk into King Augustus having sex with Belladonna, but then you
Oh,
discover
no.
that King Augustus has a tiny penis.
Yeah.
Oh, we already knew that. What are you talking about? He's compensating for something. That's pretty obvious. He's freaking compensating for something. Wait, where the fuck is this? Oh no, I'm not a researcher. I forgot. I'm a court functionary. I know how bureaucracies work.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just normal check.
Okay.
But yes, as you probably are returning to the ship.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you may take a long rest.
I feel that we've learned so much over the last few weeks. Do we level?
No.
Sleep. I sleep like a baby.
Yeah.
I have a sleep that's so sleepy.
Remember that you only get half your hit dice back.
Yes. But I only use half my hit. But I only use half my hit dice, so.
Yeah.
Well, almost half my hit dice. I have 11 now instead of 12.
And I have to remove the 8. Remember that too for everyone that has costed 8 on themselves.
Yep. I feel like that was probably really useful for me to have cast on people. I feel like maybe.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It was useful. It mitigated some of the damage to the people.
Yeah.
It becomes super useful when you can cast it at high levels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Keep going to refill my fame to 20 because I'm keeping track of it in the same way I'm keeping track of like my nature's veil and stuff. But no, it's 11. It's just 11.
So as they're flying back to the ship, Xenon will look at Everine and like, if I ever become a deity, I'm pretty sure I'm going to become the deity of finding stuff out and questioning people. Because that just feels like that's all I freaking do.
I don't know. You also blow stuff up pretty good.
Yeah, but that's every wizard.
Yeah. Oh, you're really good at putting your foot in your mouth, but I wouldn't want to be the deity of that.
See, I thought we were getting close to each other, but so if I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
But you threatened me. I opened up to you, and you threatened me with.
Travis also reports that he didn't find any. Him and Nike went around the island multiple times, and they didn't find anything that seemed dangerous to them.
Okay, I meant like we found like several ruins, and we found the because we didn't search where the young dragons were. We still need to do that. At least one being needs to do that. Because Xenon has this feeling that we haven't been searching stuff enough, and we're missing things. So yeah, we need to search that house and area. But that's what I mean about like searching the island, like just double checking places and stuff like that. So
At least Travis thinks that there is nothing any more dangerous around, as far as he could see.
oh, and nothing we need. Okay, cool.
But keep in mind he was just flying over it.
Yeah. So we'll still search tomorrow. Like do a good search, but there's nothing dangerous, which is so we can actually sleep.
Yeah, you're ready
Thank-
for the long rest. Remember to put Hephaestus' health back to normal.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if the Kraken would want to make the dragonlord elf with me. I could be the Kraken Lord.
Okay. See, the thing is, that is too fucking cool, but I don't know how you're going to persuade a Kraken to do that, unless the Kraken is already freaking in love with you or something, which would also be cool.
Yeah, I don't think my disguise kit has things to make me squiddly enough for a Kraken to love.
You just wear a squid as a hat.
Oh, actually, it's a new day. It's a bad day. Yeah. No.
I mean, I can understand.
Mhm.
That's
Poseidon,
a
this morning, both Nora, Poseidon, Straphos, Nike, Aphrodite, and Iris say that they will focus on getting the money on the ship.
yeah. All right. I would.
Together with the crew that is willing to go on the island, and then Xenon and Everine and Hephaestus can do whatever they feel like doing for today.
Hephaestus, I want you to go search that house and the ruins and every place else, just to double check that we got anything of use.
You still haven't reset Hephaestus' hit points, by the way.
Oh.
Just
I
so you
opened
know,
it.
it's very important to keep remembering. Now I'm doing it for you, but at some point I'm not gonna do it.
No, I had.
And then your dragon is gonna die because of your negligence.
So I was waiting for the sheet to come up, Yannick.
You don't need the sheet for it.
Oh.
You just click on it and you change the 152 to 200.
Okay, I'm so used to using the sheet to do it. Okay. That's what I should have done. Sure. But yeah, he's gonna go check the house and make sure that the kids are provided for.
No, he's not, because he is a dragon, and he knows how dragons are supposed to be raised.
Oh, never mind then. He will
tell. He's not gonna check on the kids, though. He will go there, but he will not check on the kids.
And he will also
He just, as you say that, he just looks at you funny, like, why would I check on the kids?
He will, however, tell the Cyclopses to help get go. That should be very helpful since they're giants. If I have to, as Xenon, I will make them shovels.
I will help Hephaestus in the search of the house, I guess.
Alright.
So I am very nervous about flying with him.
And I will do the research and use my inspiration.
Why isn't this working?
Let me change my hit points.
Oh, Everine. How did you suddenly disappear, Everine?
What?
Yeah, you're suddenly gone from here. Ah, there you are again.
Hey.
It's like, the fuck's happening here?
That's just Everine, you know. That's what she does.
Still
1 minute,
haven't
I'm
changed
there.
Hephaestus' hit points, by the way.
Okay, hold on. Let me do that. I thought you said you just did it, but...
No, I remind you.
Oh, okay.
It's important to learn, because your dragon might die from not doing it.
Okay, 200 hit points, you say. 200.
Yes. Alright, then Xenon. What is the question you want to research?
How do I end this curse without... See... Basically, I'm trying to find out how to end the curse without hurting anybody.
Alright.
And, or... But mostly trying to find out how to end the curse.
Alright. Go ahead and make me a history check.
I will use my inspiration to do this because this is important.
Mm-hmm.
I should have had Hephaestus help me, but he needs to go search. Plus, this is kind of a Xenon thing. Wow,
That is a failure. You did not find the answer.
I should have waited and said I used my inspiration after. But okay.
You never know what the result is. If you roll again, it could have still been lower. Now at the former Twin Garden, there Everine and Hephaestus land to search the place.
Okay. Before we get started, I just want to say, if I'm nervous around you or anything, it's because I have a long-standing fear of dragons, which I'm getting past, not fully past, but it's mostly because your dad's face has haunted my dreams for as long as I can remember. And you are your own person, you have your own face, but you know, he's your dad. Part of your face looks a bit like his.
I understand. The resemblance is remarkable. Although he does not have my muscular and well-formed legs and wings.
No, he does not.
I will
See-
hope to prove that gold dragons will not be like him, and will be more like me, and that you are happy with that.
Oh, I'm definitely happy to have you on board. I just wanted you to know if I ever come across as uncomfortable around you.
You not?
I
Not
pretty much
worry.
said the same sort of thing to all the other dragons except for the, dad's face part. That's a uniquely you thing.
Think it's the mustachio.
Yeah.
Curls up a little bit.
See, I wish I was there because it actually sounds like he's making jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can
Hey.
mentally talk to him as much as you want.
Wait, was that a joke?
No.
Also
I was
about the
completely No, I was completely serious.
Also about the well-formed wings?
Of course, I was completely serious.
I'm going to incite that one because he did say
Yes.
the day before that he was
You can do that one with advantage.
You made a
Sarcasm,
joke. You did sarcasm. I'm proud of you. You can hear this too, Everine, in your head. You did sarcasm. I'm proud of you.
Okay.
Your aunt Everine has taught you well.
Cool.
She is the master of sarcasm.
Yep.
Well,
Now let's
actually-
definitely not get to searching.
Go search. I have research to do.
Mhm.
And this is why I wrote so bad, because I was talking to you guys instead of research.
Yes.
Yes, blame us.
I will!
Yeah.
No form of responsibility whatsoever. Blame us.
Yeah. Yeah. Such a Xenon move.
That's such a Xenon thing to do.
Okay. I will search inside the house. So,
Oh, Hephaestus needs to search too.
it's a weirdly humanoid abode.
Well, I mean, he
My
can turn into a
father-
giant human.
My father was able to turn into a humanoid form in his godhood. Maybe they were too. I have averted that skills for of now.
Yeah. Must
It
be.
is something we dragons learn over time. Maybe
Ah.
the rapid growth of my body takes it longer for me to learn.
Maybe. So, do you like still have like the mind of a wormling, or did like your brain grow too?
It grew as well. The experience that the legendary item has is imbued on me, and that gives me the wisdom of ages.
Ah, intriguing.
For some forge, you could think that the personality of the legendary item is infused with my spirit.
Intriguing. Yeah. Interesting. Sorry, you missed your childhood then.
Do not worry. I am most efficient and well done in this form, or maybe if we find more legendaries, I will be grown even greater, and I can surpass my father's power and truly defeat these titans.
Just don't surpass your father's ego.
You know, don't go thinking it's okay to murder entire groups of people for your own advancements.
Irene, as you stand there,
Ah!
roll initiative.
Ah! No. Too busy looking at.
I'll gain surprise on you guys.
Not that surprised.
Alright, Tariq, go ahead and take Hephaestus' sheet and roll initiative.
Oh, that is true. This is the first time I'm rolling initiative for him.
Alright.
Ah!
Everine is out of the is surprised, so no turn. Then the mimic's turn. It will try and bite Everine with a 17.
That misses.
Alright. And then it is Everine's turn.
Okay. My turn. It's not a dragon, it's a mimic. Do melee chakram attack. Huzzah!
That'll hit.
17. For 14 damage.
Yes.
And melee. No, I'm not fighting a dragon. I don't have advantage. Melee chakram attack for 15.
Hits.
For 7 damage. And again for 9 damage. And bonus action attack for 11 damage. Just, yeah. Ah,
You don't like this thing.
I back up.
Oh crap.
Well, not take an opportunity attack. But now it is this thing's turn. As it goes, walks towards you, tries to bite you again. 23.
Oh, that.
Bracers.
Bracers. It does not hit.
And now it is Hephaestus' turn. Remember, he will always cast spells before he does any of his other abilities, although
I actually have to.
exclude it.
I have to actually go talk to somebody. So, Yannick, can you control Hephaestus for about 5 minutes?
Scorching Ray, here it comes. All of them hit for 21 damage, destroying the mimic.
Oh. Never been attacked by furniture before. That was new.
Funny enough, this is the third mimic you guys fought, I believe, or the second one.
Oh.
Because you have one in Versy's Cave, which is a strange door.
Oh yeah, that one was a door.
Yeah. And you also have one that is in Xander's tomb, the fake one, but I'm not sure you guys did that one.
No, I don't remember a mimic there.
And the mimic now spits out its treasure. Four potions. Copy. Paste. A potion of superior healing, a potion of speed, a potion of growth, and a filter of love.
Oh.
I'll put it in the party loot.
Yeah.
Unless there's any one of them that you directly want.
I don't know.
Oh, they're all good for you technically.
Yeah. I mean, the superior healing would be a good one for Clinky to hold on to. Yeah. I'll probably give that one to Clinky.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't really know about the rest, so I'll take it up with the party. What to do with the rest of them?
It seems my brother and sister were alchemists, making those types of magical potions.
Oh.
Hello. So, out of character. I'm back. Hi. But I might have to go again in a second. Out of character. Question: are there any deities of love or anything that we know of that are good or have that portfolio?
No, Kyra's probably the two that probably come closest to it are Kyra and Letheria.
Letheria's
I
the Titan.
somehow doubt it's Letheria.
Yeah.
That's
So yeah,
the closest thing you have to.
Do you guys mind?
Or maybe Pythor with all the true loves he has.
I would say he's more a god of lust.
Yeah, and I definitely wouldn't give him the filter.
Don't think he needs it.
No, but also it'd be creepy. Hey Kyra. Hey guys, can I have the filter of love? Do you guys have a problem with that?
Sure.
All right. Hey
Aren't you
Kyra.
supposed to be researching though?
I'm talking about when I finish and you guys show the potions.
Yeah.
But if you're not finished searching the island, then I will wait on what I'm about to say.
I mean,
And keep in mind that even though you have raised telepathic bonds, they still have to willingly give you information.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll wait.
Yeah. Okay. Continue searching. Is there anywhere else on the island we need to search? I feel like I've searched this room a lot. And all I found was a mimic.
In this room.
Yeah.
You can make a nature check as you look around in the garden.
Oh. Nature. 19.
Alright. About... where is it? Here. Find a bunch of pumpkins. And if you harvest them correctly and make pumpkin juice out of them, they become normal healing potions.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna attempt to harvest a couple.
Right. That can either be a herbalism check or a survival check. The herbalism check, the DC is a lot lower.
Unfortunately, I do not have herbalism, so it is gonna have to be survival.
Alright.
I somehow explode the pumpkin, I'm assuming.
Yes. You're like, alright, cut. You're completely covered pumpkin juice.
Yeah, that feels about right for today.
Let me help you. As the pumpkin juice is cleaned off of your face a bit.
Yeah.
And out of your feathers.
Oh, thank you. That was really sticky. How bad too. Well, that was a fail.
And it was about the one that, like, there were really big pumpkins, but the other ones don't seem to be ripe yet.
Yeah.
And if you consume those, it'd be a potion of poison. Have to wait until they're ripe.
I mean, yeah, but poison can be useful sometimes too.
Can definitely try.
No, I'll try one more. See if I can get some poison. Ooh.
Yep, you got. Roll me as you do one of the pumpkins that is big enough to actually have juice in it. Roll me a d8.
A d8. 7.
You got 7 vials of poison.
Ooh. Lovely. Vial of poison. There are 7 of them. Nice. Cool.
Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. So just what you need, a poison dragon slaying chakra.
Oh yeah. Not everything's a dragon.
No, I'm just saying, like, you were overpowered already.
Yeah.
You're the most powerful ranger ever.
Have you noticed the things we're fighting?
That's true.
Okay.
You haven't even encountered the most powerful creatures in this campaign yet.
Yay! Foreshadowing. Yeah, I think I'm done.
Alright, let's return to the ship.
To the ship.
Xenon is exploring the library and the area around there. So if he finds anything useful there, he will bring it to the ship. Or keep it himself.
Yeah.
You guys need to stop. That was one time. And I wasn't thinking, okay, do you want me to search?
You search around and you don't really find anything of use anymore. You've already looked the previous day.
Yeah. Alright, because but mostly I was just doing the research, which did not pan out. Because I somehow rolled exactly 2 16s.
So with
Wait,
as the
I do have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything in there like that would lead me to something else? So maybe I didn't find out any information now, but
Oh, you're specifically searching for a specific type of info, and you did research there for a day and you didn't find it.
okay.
So any other details, that'll take you a new day to try.
Nope. We don't have time for that, even though I really want to. If I'm ever able to get back here quickly, I'll try again.
So now it's already like late in the day, and like the other members of the party have retrieved the gold that they were supposed to look up. They have now the total is 150 gold.
Yeah, originally it was supposed to be 125.
You're missing 50,000 gold.
Yeah.
But the only way to get that is to do another day of collecting gold.
And that's not worth it for just 50,000. And we got more gold than what we thought we were going to get.
So
Yeah.
So that is a fair divide. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divided by 8.
Yeah. I put my calculator away.
Yeah,
Damn you, calculator.
I'm grabbing my calculator.
Yeah. How many times will it take for me to realize that I should always have a calculator open when playing D&D?
Alright, that is for each of you. 18,750 gold extra.
Cool.
Gonna quickly put that on all the NPCs.
I'm finally rich. I have no idea what to do with it.
I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah.
I already know what I'm going to do with it, and I know what our golden dragon friend is going to do with it.
Mhm.
So as we get to the ship, do you guys tell us about the potions you found?
Yeah. I lay everything I found out in front of people and yeah. So I found superior healing, which I'm gonna give to Clinky because I feel like that's a good shout. Oh yeah.
A what of healing?
Superior healing.
Oh yeah, definitely put it on Thinky just in case.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone, gather around for a second. We've got to discuss a couple of things. But first things first, would anyone have a problem? And you just have to trust me on this. If I took the potion of filter of love, if I took the filter of love,
Sure, but I don't think Percy could love you more.
Versi just smiles at that. And is like, but then she like looks at me like real hard. It's like, why do you want the filter? It's like, you'll see. Does anyone else have a problem with me having the filter?
They all shrug a bit at it.
I will take up the filter. It's like, hello, Kyra. I need to speak to you for a moment. It's very important.
Hello, what is it?
I look behind you. I hand the filter of love to her. It's like, I am dedicating and offering you this filter of love because it should be in no one's hands. Because this is dangerous and bad.
Okay. I have a great use for this. Be right back.
Maybe I did the wrong thing, but
It's a good performance. It's gonna happen.
oh god.
Oh,
Bye. She said she's gonna be right back, so that's interesting. All right.
Yeah.
So while we're waiting for her to come back,
Maybe she'll spike Augustus, make him fall in love with something other than himself.
I don't think that's possible.
Yeah,
But
true.
You have to be physically able to fall in love with the thing. Like it has to be your type. Like if for example, if Festus drinks it, and the first thing he sees is an aura, nothing's gonna happen.
But if he sees a mirror,
Festus isn't that bad. I don't think he'd fall in love with himself.
Depends on if he is a gay dragon.
Hmm.
If he's a gay
Or
dragon,
bi.
or bi dragon, then yes, he would fall in love with his own reflection.
That's interesting. Good to know.
Yep.
So, but I'm pretty sure even if Augustus isn't gay, he would definitely fall in love with himself. Since he already is.
Yeah.
But oh crap, I have so much to do, but we'll do it next week.
Mhm.
So where are we going next? So I would like to go personally and release this Titan because it seems relatively easy, and then we have a Titan on our side. On the other hand, I would lose the sword. There's a good possibility I'm going to lose the sword.
I mean, it's like 100% possibility you'll be giving it back to its original owner.
Well, I might be able to talk.
to my boss.
Yes.
Let's Xenon here's the sword talk. I want to go back to Talion. Talion, I miss you so much.
Yeah, that too. It's driving me nuts. It's in my freaking
Yeah.
dreams.
You know, you could just unattune to that weapon, says Xenon.
It's fucking awesome. It really helped when I was fighting stuff.
Yeah.
It's one of the best weapons we have outside of Anora's weapon and Everine's weapon. It's really freaking boss. And I'm one of the few people who can use it.
Yeah. It
So
would be really useful at Praxis.
yes.
Sidon's army is all Gigans, really.
Yeah, all
From
giants.
what we've heard, anyway.
So she wants to go to Praxis. I want to go to the barge, but it's everyone's choice, and I'll vote for Praxis, if necessary. It's just that was my preferred thing, but it's just I respect Everine, and she is right in her logic, but
On the other hand, if the sword is driving you nuts, and also
Congress
on
Letheria, because honestly, if we can deal with those and not have Letheria like constantly fucking searching for us for our dreams,
I
that'd be
mean,
nice.
I don't think we'd be dealing with Letheria, but we'd be halting her army.
Well, that's true too. And I would like to halt at least one of the armies.
Yes.
But we're going to try to halt both armies because we're insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, we might actually, and I know this is a vote against me, but we might actually have a better chance at Praxis since some idiot on this boat, I'm not naming any names, has made a complete nuisance of themselves to what is his name, Pyron or
Sidon.
Python?
Sidon. You keep saying it's Python.
Yeah, a complete nuisance to themselves to Sidon by destroying their religious offerings, making it so that people can't worship them, taking their worshippers away, and having them worship an entire other deity to make that deity stronger, and making them use their Titan powers against them and dying because of it. Yeah, he might be considerably weakened. And it might be easier to go there now.
Yeah.
Because somebody here has made a point of just fucking him over. Am I incorrect, Mercy?
You are definitely the worst son-in-law ever. She smiles. But you're a great husband.
Wife. Or both. I'm actually both. Okay, so those are the facts. Who wants to go where?
Alright. So let's see.
I just want to remind you that
also says, and do remember that there's also another goal for me. It is to solve a curse on my family line that I have caused.
yes, I would also like to solve that, but that is not a priority at the moment. There's a silver dragon we can get, or we can
keep in
stop.
mind that because of that, me and Xenon are both targeted by extreme unfairness from the Furies, which could potentially bite us in the nuts.
That is true. That's super true.
How many days do we have?
We have enough to do those three things, at least.
Yes.
I think we can do almost everything.
26 days until the Oath of Peace is over.
Yeah, I think we can do almost everything except one thing.
Okay. Okay, I say, I'm sorry, Shrouds, but I say we probably want to do either Praxis or Letheria's ship first. That would take a huge load off of us, and hopefully then we can be a little bit more relaxed about how much time we have left.
That's true.
Not.
All right.
You know, I would also like to help you get rid of that curse, given how you helped me. But yeah.
And I have reasons to want you to help you get rid of that curse too.
Mhm.
Of course, none of those reasons are selfish.
Mhm.
And Xenon just gives a wicked grin. Uh, so I will vote last. She's already given her vote. She wants Praxis.
Mm.
What
It
about the
seems
rest of you guys?
logical.
So yeah, Straffas and Nike already made his thing, so now it's up
Mm.
to Nora, Poseidon, and Iris and Aphrodite. Iris wants to go to Paraxis.
Mm.
Let's
Makes
see,
sense.
and
That's where the
Nora.
soulless body is.
And Nora is thinking, and Nora and Poseidon are both thinking.
Hmm.
I mean, I've made a nuisance to myself to both Titans,
Hmm.
but Poseidon is the one I've hurt the most. Letheria is the one I pissed off the most. And
The area doesn't take me
Chandras.
as the type to get pissed off. She's more likely going to just get amused and toy with you more.
Well, I mean, she's already doing that. She has Chandras.
Yes.
And between her and Chandras, my dreams have been.
Yeah.
Oh, also daily.
I think
that
Chandras actually saw the fact that you killed him as a win.
Yeah, yeah. It's real weird. Also, Chandras is now a 12-year-old boy. That's also creepy as hell.
I mean, going to the boat's probably worth it just to get rid of Chandras.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But there's Chandras, there's making Letheria weaker. There's the freaking Titan who can help us considerably. I think we can get to the Titan before we get to the boat. So
Nora is divided because she thinks all of them are important. So 1-2 she will vote for Avarine's choice. 3-4 she will vote for Travis's choice. And 5-6 she will vote for Xenon's choice. She also votes for the Praxis.
well, that's that then. Praxis is.
So it's 3 against 1.
Unfortunately, we can just get the most done going to Paraxis. We can hamper Sidon, potentially get the final dragon, which would be mine. And then also there's the soulless body or whatever there for Iris. Hopefully.
Well, yeah.
Depends.
Once we talk to the star thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I really do want to get the soulless body for Iris. Maybe there's another way to do it if we talk to the star thing, but we can't just steal somebody's body. That's not good, Josh.
Maybe the star thing would know where another one is that.
Or maybe you can create one.
Maybe.
All we know is very powerful.
Yeah.
Speaking of star things, I don't know if I told you guys, but there's this whole celestial thing with the our crewmates here, and I point at the guys who speak gibberish.
Oh.
I forgot they were on the boat.
Yeah.
Were they in the combat? Did they do any good, or were they the commoners?
They were the commoners. They're just a bunch of commoners.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I was thinking about doing sendings, but oh yes, I have a bunch of sendings I'm going to do. I'm going to write that out tonight and send it to my Majordomo to properly word it. I will send you what I'm going to do offline yet, just so that we don't take too much time tonight, because I know you guys got to go.
No, we still have officially we still have 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you wanted to end early tonight.
No, but I'm gonna roll for the random encounters and see if anything happens. And between those days, you can do the sendings.
Okay.
Let's see, give me a sec. All right, monkey, roll me a d20.
Why me? Why me?
Because it take turns. An 11, I believe that is a safe day. Give me a sec.
Believe.
Right page. Oh no, that's a bad day.
Had a feeling.
Roll me a
D100.
D100.
55.
55. That one
Still
is
alive.
called Reef. Let's see. The ship is stuck. Again, you've had this one before.
Yeah.
Xenon solved it last time by Bigby's handing it.
Yeah.
You all get an attempt to get the ship unstuck, but you can only try this once a day. So if all of y'all fail, you're stuck here for a day to try again.
Okay. I will be handed again.
Alright, go ahead and make my strength check with the Bigby's hand.
Big B's hand. I'm casting this at max level.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, then I'm casting it at
You made
regular.
the exact same mistake previous time.
Then I will make it at 5th level, like I should.
Alright,
Bigby's
roll a
hand.
d20 with a +8.
+8? I thought it was +10 because it's my attack roll. Or is it +8?
It's +8, because it is the strength of the hand.
Oh, okay. D20 +8. Hold on.
A 17 is not good enough. So now, the strongest among you will try it. Aphrodite.
Can we help her?
You can try to do that with an athletics check, DC 15, but that would count as your check for the day.
Well, I thought the Big B's hand was my check for the day.
Yeah, so you definitely cannot help her.
I
But
meant
anyone
like-
else can.
I will attempt to help her using my inspiration
To gain
on
advantage.
her.
All
I'm giving
right.
her advantage.
Alright. With a 25, Aphrodite pushes the boat out of the pushes it out of the reef. Roll me another d20 to see if
Come
another encounter
on.
happens today.
6.
6, no encounter. So that means the day 1, only the reef problem. Everything is fine for the rest of the day. Does anyone want to cast any spells or do anything?
Yes.
Alright.
I want to cast 2 spells. Well, 3, at least. First is sending to Jason, basically stating I need to speak to him, and I would like to cast scrying on him, so that he can talk without me having to constantly cast sending.
I am somewhere right now where it is impossible for you to scry on me, but we can talk.
Well, then I'm gonna have to use a lot of sendings. Okay.
If you're going to scry on me, that's going to hurt you a lot. Don't do it.
Well, that is why I said it's gonna cost me a lot of sendings. Basically, I found out some information. Did you kill Did you kill Xander?
Yes. Although it
How-
was, although I regret it.
Did you betray the dragonlords?
Yes.
Oh wait, I would have said, did you betray the dragonlords, and do you regret that?
Yes.
I asked you to make an oath, and you didn't. I just went on your word as a paladin and an old associate because it was nice to see somebody from the old days, and I didn't think that through, and you just nodded. Can I trust you? And yes, that's under 25 words.
No, you cannot.
Hmm.
No one should trust me.
Weirdly, that answer makes me feel like I can trust him more.
Yeah, me too. Actually, would you be willing to make the oath now?
No, I'm done with oaths. I am a oath breaker. I plan, and the one promise I made to myself is I will never break an oath ever again.
Are we in danger from you?
Yes,
How?
I do not know yet. But the first becomes worse with the day.
Out of character, the first becomes worse with the day?
First,
He's a
the fir-
vampire.
the
Oh.
first becomes worse with the day, and I do not know how long I can control it.
Is the queen also a vampire?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last ending. Thank you for at least being honest. I wish you had been honest before. Is there anything else we should know?
I'm sorry about before, but I was also happy seeing someone from the old times again.
Mhm.
Before this curse hit me. I do not know. I am waiting for Augustus right now.
Give me a second, Yannick, because whoa, this is a conversation. Also, I'm running out of spell slots.
It's an expensive conversation.
This is an expensive conversation. And then I have more spell slots than I did before. Okay.
Every time you start a sentence, then it'll cost you a spell slot.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried to make them succinct, but I should have put more in them. But at the same time, and also in my head, a couple of those I actually did put together. I just should. Anyway, I've used like 8 spell slots at this point. But just give me a second to think about this because the best example I can give of this situation is just like you suddenly find out you're a superhero and you find out you're working with the Punisher. It's like he's sort of on your side, but
Your goals align, but that's about it.
yeah. So this is pretty accurate of the situation right now. Is that statement pretty accurate? We're working with the Punisher. Okay, shit. If I contact you on a daily basis, will you at least keep me updated on anything important? And if you become even more untrustworthy.
I will try, but I do not think I can when the time is ripe.
Is there any way to remove your curse?
I do not know.
If I could, do you want me to? You and the queen.
The queen should die. It is not the curse of the vampire that is making her the way she is.
Okay. Alright, thank you.
Problem.
Yeah, I'm up to fifth level, like one or two fifth level slots left. I still have higher than that, but okay. Everybody, I need to talk to you now. I will explain to them that conversation.
Oh. Interesting.
Uh-huh. Anyone have any ideas? It seems that we're going to have to kill the queen of...
Take one
Wrong.
thing.
Yeah.
You take one thing off the to list, and something else pops right on.
I
Like,
would like to add, says Stravos, though, that currently Aresia is in a non-aggression non-aggression with Mithros, and they haven't actually done anything to us specifically.
yeah.
I do not think we should start by killing their monarch.
I meant eventually.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
not think this should be something that we do unprovoked.
Honestly,
Yeah.
we might actually have to break his curse, and he might have to do it.
But then he'd break his oath, right? He's
I don't
oath
know.
bound to her.
Oh, is he bound to her? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that comment about the queen should die was more to me. As in... So we'll have to find a reason or something, but... Right, it's not, that's a future us problem.
Judging by the way he said it, well, the way you say he said it, I'm pretty certain we'll have a reason eventually.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
So we should just be prepared for conflict with Aresia and know that the queen is a vampire and that we should probably put her down when that happens.
But that also means we need to put Jason, the paladin of conquest, dragonlord, who is several...
You beat him already. That'll be fine.
That was without us really using any of our abilities.
And it was with swords, not with dragons, says Nike.
Yeah.
That is quite wise, Nike.
Because he has a dragon.
An ancient dragon.
Else he would not have been able to go into that lair.
Exactly, and that dragon has to be old, at least 500 years old. And I think it's much older than that.
Yeah, it's clearly, wow, it wasn't his dragon Narcissus? Isn't Narcissus still kicking around, just like forgotten?
Yeah, he did say that his dragon was Narcissus, the god of beauty.
But they're not that beautiful.
Definitely not from the inside anymore. I don't know about the outside.
Honestly, my headcanon of Narcissus is basically that he is a stereotype incel that says, I cannot be successful because I'm ugly, but he's actually super gorgeous. It's just that everyone hates his personality.
Yep.
That's my default thinking of Narcissus. Like, objectively, Narcissus is the most beautiful creature that you can imagine from the outside.
Wait, well, what is it? What
It's
is
one of
the?
those. It's one of those things where he's so beautiful, everybody averts their eyes, which has led him to think he's ugly.
In my head canon, he's basically Andrew Tate. He's that kind of narcissist. It's just like women should do this and that and blah blah blah, and I'm the greatest, and that's why everyone hates.
Ah.
Either way, and there are people who are both like Andrew Tate and the incel. I think
Yeah.
Andrew Tate is an incel. There's no way anyone's dating him. No, he's actually said that. It's like it's hard for him to get dates because women don't know their place. That's definitely an incel thing.
Honestly, I always think he just goes out with gold diggers and hookers because he still has that mention of his and everything.
Yeah.
But that's pain for it.
That's my headcanon probably then he just says that it's successful. But anything else for today, or can I mark it off?
Yeah, you can mark that off. That's all I.
Then a new day, you get a successful long rest and a new day. And Tariq, you may roll me a d20 to see if there's any encounters today.
Yeah.
That is indeed a random encounter. Roll me a d100.
Got 50-50 chance for encounters. It's
Yeah, but some of the random encounters aren't actually bad.
no, it just feels so intense.
It's like, but most of them are like they're very.
There's some of them that are actually legitimately really, really good.
I mean, one of them was just dolphins.
Yeah.
Like, I wish there was a random counter that like let us like put us back in time for like 15 days, so we have 15 more days to finish all this shit up.
I feel like we've had this one before.
It's called Shallow Sea. Let's see.
Oh.
I think we have had this one before.
Why are we constantly going through the shallows?
This is the one that caused us all those days.
Nah, that was a storm.
You've done this one before.
Yeah.
You've done this one before indeed. As you look down, your ship sails into water that are curiously transparent, and the white sand of the seabed is clearly visible. As you sail on, the sea grows shallower, and you notice what appears to be a dense coral forest. However, a closer look reveals that the coral forest below your canoe is an undersea village of some kind. Merfolk.
Oh.
Ah, it's the merfolk.
So this is just a different tribe of merfolk.
Oh.
Let's convince these merfolk to.
That is my speciality. Poseidon jumps into the water.
Okay. I'm gonna take 10 minutes to cast breathe water this time before I jump in after him.
Can you cast it on me? Can you cast it on me too?
Yeah, I can cast it on up to 10 people.
And
anyone else want to go?
Hephaestus jumps in too because he can also breathe underwater.
Huh.
Can he talk underwater?
Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's see.
Okay.
And then all this it is. And as you guys are casting those spells, both Hephaestus and Poseidon just before those spells are finished, jump back under the water. Yep, we convinced him to help us.
Cool. Cool. Okay. You know what? From now on, I'm casting breathe water just first thing every day.
That's like 24 hours, right? 8 hours or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. Then Tariq, roll me another one to see if there's a D20 to see if there's any other random encounter.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Yes.
Of course I do.
Roll me a D100. Oh, those are just the dolphins playing again.
Woohoo!
So you
know what?
guys, you all get inspiration from it.
Yay! You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals and see if I can convince the dolphins to help us.
I mean, Mitros is at the sea, and they are going to be attacking from the sea.
Poseidon is just playing with the dolphins as well.
Mhm.
He loves playing with dolphins.
I'm just gonna ask them. Hey, how good are you guys at war?
Not at all.
Good to know. Mind helping us with the war?
In what way?
I don't know.
Well, I have some way I can help you.
Oh.
Deep below there,
Mhm.
which is down there, go for a little dive. There's
Mhm.
probably some pearls worth a lot.
Oh.
See, humans always trying to pick them up, but last few days, been really hard for you guys.
Why has it been hard?
Poseidon, with the
Oh.
storms.
Oh. Oh yeah. Out to Poseidon. Should we try getting them?
It's not really hard for me. Just swim there and take it.
Okay. I'll go with you as backup.
Alright. Come on my back.
Okay. Ha.
And you swim as he swims like a sort of torpedo in the water.
Hard to hold on.
As he just grabs he grabs a couple of pearls and swims back up on the deck.
Ha.
Monkey, you may roll me a d6.
Yeah.
As you
3.
found 3 pearls worth 100 gold each.
Cool. We have 3 pearls worth 100 gold each.
Nice.
Also, dolphins are bad at war. Or at least these ones are.
Dragons don't have to use components to cast spells, right?
Sorry?
Dolphins don't have to use components. I mean, dragons don't have to use components to cast spells, right?
Only the ones that have monetary value.
What I'm saying was like if I gave him the identify spell, it requires a 100.
Oh yeah, no, he does not need that. But if it is, for example, a spell, if it is something that consumes it, then he does need it. Only with consumption he needs it.
Yeah, like Legend or something he would need.
Yes.
The money.
But.
Oh, speaking of which, I've been having
another roll for you, Xenon. Let's see if there's another random encounter today.
Okay.
No random encounter today.
Ooh.
Or no more random encounters today.
We had a legitimately good day today.
You haven't even got the best one for you guys when it comes to random encounters.
Well, we had 2 good ones. I mean, all the merfolk helping is going to be really helpful, right?
Yeah. Imagine if every time it was just a new merfolk village and you ended up with like a massive army of merfolk.
I'm going to start asking if they have any magical items that can help us.
Could be useful. Could be useful.
It's like there are more merfolk in the army than they are in the Titan army.
Does anyone want to cast any spells today or do anything out of that sort? Because then we're going to move to day 3, the final day.
Nope.
Okay, so here's the thing. During the first 2 days, Hephaestus would have been copying spells. So, he would like to copy a bunch of spells. I'll just put them on his spell list.
Alright, that's no problem.
I will do that in a minute. But I do have some spells I have to cast. Sending to Varus, Valis. Tell her about Jason and the Queen of what's her name.
I knew there was something wrong with Queen Helen. She has lived for way too long. I actually expected her that to be a title passed around, and there were multiple Queen Helens. It probably is partially true because this is Queen Helen V.
So I'm pretty sure she's like raises some person.
Yes, and her daughters have been taking over before.
Mm.
But I did not know that Jason was still alive. This both gladdens me and makes me very sad and angry.
Yes. Same. I didn't know he killed Xander. But the thing is, he's killed several dragonlords who had betrayed the other dragonlords. So I'm a little confused. I think he's actually regretful about what he did. So, but my problem is, I'm very similar to Jason in that we've both done things for love that ended up getting us cursed. It's like, what's the chances of me becoming like Jason?
None. You've already proven yourself multiple times, Xenon. If the curse of the Medusa would have changed you to stereotype Medusa,
It did for a little while.
It would have already done that.
I mean, when I first changed,
you've managed to resist the temptation of power multiple times. Book of Chandras, the Shield Guardian, all wise choices.
well, I did have some help with that.
And you should cherish that help.
I will.
Do not think that if Jason had the same help you had, he might have made different choices.
Also, I will fill her in about the Dragon Island, what we've done. We didn't necessarily ask them for help because that was probably not a good idea. We definitely didn't want those kobolds. Oh, we would have talked to that kobold tribe, by the way. So we'll deal with that later.
Nope, too late.
Too late.
Hephaestus talked to them,
Mm.
and he has promoted them to gardeners.
Yeah.
Yay.
They're gonna put the yip into it.
Put your yip into it. Yip. Okay, contacted her, updated hers. She didn't have any specific information, but it was information she needed. Who else do I need to contact? Oh, okay. I am going to do a sending on Chandras. Hey Chandras, I would like to talk to you. I'm going to let you scry on me. I would like you to let me scry on you. I have a couple of rules. Don't be naked. Don't be doing anything weird.
Oh, Ezilan, no problem. I won't do anything weird.
What I would consider weird. I'm doing another sitting. What I would consider weird.
Oh, Xenon! Give me a sec that I have to go to another room.
I knew that. I knew that was gonna happen. All right. Once he gives me a sending back that it's okay to scry, we will scry each other and have an actual conversation.
Alright.
I am in a private room. There's no one with me. There's blank walls. Just so you know.
It works as you. This works like the Rey and Kylo Ren conversation in the
Yeah.
you're both in different rooms and now you're talking to each other.
And he has pants that go up to his chest and no shirt.
And he is basically like in the and he's still in his 12-year-old form.
Oh god.
Is it on, my good friend?
Yeah.
I saw you are a dragonlord now. Congratulations! Now Augustus cannot say you're a failed dragonlord anymore.
I need to talk to Augustus. And I need to talk to Jason too. So here's the thing. I got a question for you.
Alright.
So a lot of things have happened lately. I found out that life is basically entropy. Everything's going to end. Why even fucking worry about it? But I can't stop worrying about it. Why? So my question is, if that is true, and I think you believe that's true too, why do you get enjoyment out of hurting other people? What's the point of that?
Well, first it was seeing my curiosity, doing something and seeing how people react. It gives me joy. But now I have seen special types of reactions from you.
Oh Lord.
That face you make when you see me doing something disturbing. Yeah, that face, that face.
Oh god.
Exactly that one, like that. This is amazing.
Out of character, I actually was making a face. It's like, okay. Back in character. Oh Lord, you have issues.
Of course I have issues. Everyone has issues. I accept my issues.
I accept mine too, but except for one, which is you. So I got a question. Are Lyria and Sidon are still tight, right?
I do not know. I was
Okay.
just watching Mama have the orgy.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
that's the weird thing he wanted me to see. Oh God. Oh. Yeah, that face is back and also like physically just like bending over like he's about to throw up. Okay, because I'm actually doing that now. Oh,
That's a great face again. That's a great face. I love this.
I like the fact that I'm amusing you.
He seems so happy about it.
Yeah, I like the fact. No, I don't like the fact. Like, I am. Well, at least you're amusing yourself. I was just thinking that we might cause Sidon a little bit more trouble, and maybe you have some information to do that. If Lyria wasn't too happy with Sidon, I can't really hurt Sidon, but I can be a giant pain in his ass, which I have been of late. I don't know if you've heard about it.
No.
Yeah, I really don't like my father-in-law.
Oh, so why don't you,
So, would you be
Get
interested?
some babies with Percy, and then feed them to him. And he is a grandchild, Anita.
Okay. I'm just giving him that blank kind of face, like, what the fuck did you just say?
Oh, that's a new face.
Question.
Yeah.
Like I said, do you have any information on Sidon I can use to be a further pain in his butt and cause him more chaos and pain? Because you're kind of into that. And you can even watch if you want.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh, God. I was just trying to get some... Honestly, I started this just to get some insight into Chandras to see if he would be worth redeeming.
Definitely not.
Yeah, because I didn't want to have to kill a 12-year-old. I don't feel bad about it now. I don't.
I know a secret entrance to Praxis.
Oh.
Of course you do.
Yes. In the Temple of the Necropolis, there is a tomb of one of your cousin ancestors. I have to look up the name. Real quick. Let me find it.
Holy crap, man.
But to specifically look for the page where it is on. Almost there. No, that's the wrong one. Oh, there it is. Nikolaius Phobos. That's the one that Jason killed and got the got your Phobos glory from. If you go inside his tomb and open up his casket, you get teleported right into the throne room of Paraxis, where Sidon's avatar is.
Oh, that's not what we want. Well, we might want to do that later, but not immediately.
Well, it's only his avatar, though. Real Sidon is not at Paraxis.
Yes, but he can still cast miracles through it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Also,
dangerous. Huh?
Also, the avatar is what's got the star thing.
Well, it has the key for the star thing.
It has the key. I was just thinking of, like, we could send you. We'll discuss this later, but we could send you and Stavros in there because you're sneakies. Like invisibility and hiding and other.
Though you are literally in the middle of the throne room, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not sitting on the
unless you're lucky and there's no one currently present at it. It's like
that's what Arcane Eye is for. To go in there and check. Fuck it, yeah, I'm using Arcane Eye.
I don't think that will work, but I'd have to check that.
Or I could like scry on the area. You can scry on areas. So yeah, I could scry on that area. To see if anybody's in there.
No, you can't scry on areas. You have to scry on a person.
Well, I'm not scrying on the avatar.
No. So yeah, the only way you would know if the avatar is currently at that moment not present in the throne room is you scry on the avatar, but that'd be a bad idea.
Well, there's another way. Like, if we see like a servant or something go in there, and I scry on him quickly, then.
Yeah, but that's not gonna work if you're going to teleport from the tomb. That only is going to work if you go the normal way.
Again, it's like.
Also, you're currently going towards Paraxis, and that will take you another 3 days to actually get to the tomb.
Oh.
So it's not really an option.
Unless you want to take the extra 3 days, but.
No, I thought the tomb was on Paraxis or something.
No, the tomb is is in Astoria. You went there with where you met Damon.
Oh.
It's definitely an option if you want to take an extra 3 days.
Oh, the actual necropolis, the one where
Yeah.
we need the stones. Nah. Okay. That's good information to know. I'm going to actually let Damon know, so he can, keep anybody from using it the other way, just in case. Oh goodness. Thank you. I appreciate it. We might actually do that, maybe.
Right, good
I'm still
luck, Xenon.
Hey, before I go, question.
Yeah?
How would you prefer to die?
By you.
Well, no, I know that part. Exactly, like quick and painless.
Long and torturous. Screaming
Yeah.
in pain. With his children's body.
Yeah, quick and painless. Okay, cool.
No, Xenon!
Like, before I
The
I
timer
mean,
for the scrying goes out.
thank God.
For 10
Okay.
minutes. You've talked longer than 10 minutes with him.
I'm guessing we both cast Scrying a couple of times.
You could recast it if you wanted to.
No. Unless you have something important to tell me. And I'm sure he'd he'd at least send to me. He's like, I have something important to tell you. Okay. So, who was actually out there listening on this conversation?
Now, you were in a separate room.
I know, but I'm pretty sure that, what's his name? Hephaestus, at the very least, would, be spying on me. Because was anybody else trying to spy on me?
Nope. Or at least
Nope.
maybe Everine, but
No.
none of the other NPCs.
No.
Okay. All right, everyone.
I wasn't trying to spy on you, but I was waiting outside the room with
Make a perception check. And it's a low.
Okay. I was waiting outside the room with like just a mug of water or something for you.
And you heard this conversation. Yeah, you heard that entire fucking conversation. You're just standing out there with water, and I opened the door. And there's just a look on your face.
Well, I only heard half the conversation.
You did hear me like retching. So,
Yeah. Tell you that was bad. It's like
Yeah.
What I do is I throw the mug of water out, and I'm gonna get you something a bit stronger. I think you'll get some.
At the strongest
wine
that we
or
have,
something.
I'm going to get everyone, and we're going to have a chat.
Mhm.
So while I'm getting everyone, I do a quick sending to Damon. Found out there's a portal spell on a tomb of Nicholas Phobos. In the necropolis. Don't know if that's a weak point. Just wanted you to know.
It only goes one way.
Oh.
So currently it is not a weak point. But thank you for telling me.
I would say you're welcome, but I don't cast another sending. Yeah, so. Well, the good news is it only goes one way. So when everybody's together, I tell them about the conversation. Well, some of the conversation, not everything, because disturbing conversation. The good news is there is a teleporter, but it only goes one way. But it goes to the main chamber. We'd have to take 3 days to go get there. I don't have enough dragon coins for all of us. It's
It only cost for both of us last time.
Mm-hmm.
Like
You just need
one
for
per
a group.
visit.
oh, okay. Then that's fine. But I don't think we need to use that right now. That might be a thing we need to use later.
Okay.
But I just wanted you to know. I've just been having a little bit of an existential crisis lately, and I wanted to see someone else's opinion, who is very existentially weird, and yeah, he's just pure evil.
Hmm.
I don't think I'll be doing that again. That he's pure fucking evil. Like, Jason is, like, I'm worried about Jason, but he's like 1,000 times better than Chandris. Oh, and I go into detail about just how horrible Chandris is to Hephaestus. Yeah. I do this in Draconic so that the regular crew. I think the elf might know Draconic though. My cousin's butler is if he hears the description of Chandris, he's probably rushing over the side of the ship. But yeah. So Chandris is. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to stop him. Here's the thing: I was like hoping that, like, hey, he's 12 now. Maybe we could get him into a knife orphanage or have one of the deities raise him. But I don't think that he's redeemable. I think
spell also doesn't change your personality. You are exactly the same person, just in a potentially older or younger body.
Oh, okay. So we're going to have to kill a 12-year-old. Specifically,
well,
I'm going to have.
Is not a 12-year-old. He just looks like a 12-year-old. If that gives you any form of comfort.
Yes.
That's Hephaestus, right?
Yes.
Like, actually, it gives me a tiny bit of comfort, but my brain is still telling me I'm killing a 12-year-old because it looks like a 12-year-old. And as Iris can tell you, I have a soft spot for kids. A big, huge soft spot for kids. And it's one of the reasons I despise Chandris.
I'm not a big fan of killing kids, but if that kid is Chandris, I am all for it.
I'm not a fan at all of killing children, period. There's not a big fan. No, there's no killing children. I am the antithesis of Chandris. He is my nemesis, and I am his. Oh, by the way, he wants me to kill him.
Oh.
So that's...
Well, so, should I kill him quick, then?
Actually, yeah. Very quickly, because he wants to die slowly and painfully at my hands. I do kind of want to be the one who ends him, but... you can do it. I'm not complaining. As long as he's ended.
I feel like that desire for you to want to kill him is exactly what he wants, and so I think anyone but you should kill him.
True. Chandris is this world's version of the Joker. Anyone but Batman should kill
him. Yeah.
Well, hopefully he won't be able to pull that same bullshit the dragon did, Helios did. Yeah. Where I'm the only one who can kill him.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Well, he's not a god, and...
Yeah, but he has the favor of one. Who might cast that miracle just to make him happy.
Well, if his goal is to die by your hands, I don't really think that he wants to be immortal.
That is true.
I don't think he wants to die by my hands. I think, like, if he dies, he wants it to be by my hands. But that's how I'm seeing it. I'm talking out of character right now. But anyway,
out of character you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm around Chandris too much. Something about a fourth wall. Sorry. something about a guy named Yannick and a monkey and a freak. Something I don't know. He makes me weird. Oh, by the way, just to traumatize you as much as I was traumatized, when I originally contacted him, I told him that I wanted to do a scry both ways so we could talk, and he was like, "Cool, cool, cool." And I told him nothing weird, and then he said, basically, "Okay, let me leave the orgy room of Letheria that I was just watching.
Ah.
Now you have to live with that thought in your head too."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at least he wasn't joining them in a 12-year-old's body. That's the only.
Ah. You can stop talking now. I'm going inside. Nah, 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 nah,
Yeah,
nah.
Alright, yeah,
Fingers
those
in
are the only
ears.
people I can think to. Those are the only people I can think to send to tonight. There's nothing
The
important.
final day. Monkey, Everine, roll me a d20.
Okay. 7. We're good.
You're good. So now it is at Line of Blast. You arrive at Proxys, and it is Estor storyline. That line
Oh,
of stars that is
wait,
to the west is called the Tower of Praxis. This constellation brings to mind the Titan Harrigan and his unfortunate fate. Once the Lord of Battle, Harrigan challenged Sidon, the Lord of the Storms, to a duel. Sidon had stolen his power from his eldest brother Talius, and Harrigan sought revenge. But though Harrigan was unmatched in strength and valor, he had no mind for strategy. He greatly underestimated his younger sibling's newfound strength, and Sidon dealt him a crushing defeat. As punishment for his failure, Harrigan was cast down and imprisoned in the foundations of Sidon's newly erected stronghold, the Tower of Proxys. Harrigan carries the full weight of the tower on his shoulders, and he will continue to do so for all eternity.
Oh. Now I'm curious as to whether there's a way to get Harrigan out.
well, I think we did a. Well, one, the next day I would have been casting spells before we got to. There was a couple of
This
things.
is more on, you can do it. You can cast your spells now, but on this same day, you would be on Paraxis.
Oh, okay. Okay. We still had to do the random encounters, but
Yeah, you had to do the random encounters for today, and now you're on Paraxis. So if you cast spells, you couldn't have had. You'd still be on Paraxis and had those spells cast.
okay, never mind then. I should have casted it the night before, but I didn't. I thought we had another day. That was my miscalculation.
Then
Okay.
with that, we will.
I will have.
I
Never
think
mind.
we will end today's session then, because next session we will start at Paraxis, and I have to prepare those maps.
Yeah.
Yay!
I'll turn on
And
the
I have to
stream.
prepare a bunch.